Hi, today I'd like to tell you a story about frogs. There were once two frogs that were hopping through the woods and they fell into a large hole. There was a much larger section in the hole, but they landed on a ridge and they just could not get out. They hopped and hopped and hopped and they could not get out of the hole. It was too deep. Well, some other frogs gathered around up above, looking down on the poor trapped frogs, seeing how senseless it was for them to try to hop out because the hole was so deep. They started shouting down at him, "You might as well give up, you're not getting out." Well, after a while, one of the frogs just gave up and jumped into the center of the hole further down and basically committed frog suicide. The other frog on the ledge kept hopping. The other frogs on top were yelling down more and more, telling him that, this is ridiculous. He's not going to get out of the hole. Just give up. You're embarrassing yourself. Well, the more they shouted, the harder he tried, until eventually he, with one mighty jump, got out of the hole. The other frogs got around him and said, "Why did you keep trying? Why didn't you quit like the other frog?" And he said, "Well, I'm a little bit hard of hearing, and in that hole, I couldn't hear what you were shouting. But seeing all of you looking down and yelling, I knew you were encouraging me, and I didn't want to let you down. It was your strength that gave me courage enough to get out of that hole." Now, there are a couple lessons here from inside and outside the hole. If you're in one of the holes that we often find ourselves in life, we need to filter what we hear from others in terms of advice. If it's encouraging, soak it in. If it's discouraging, like our hard of hearing frog, you need to block it out. The word encouragement means to give courage to others. And what a great thing we can do. Do you have that friend or relative that's struggling, going through a tough time? Remember, the patterns of life is either we're in trouble, we're about to get in trouble, or we just got out of trouble. Cycles of life is that hero's journey. We can encourage or we can discourage. If you're inside the hole, filter what you hear. If it's encouragement, soak it in and let it strengthen you. If it's discouragement, block it out. If you're outside the hole, again, use your encouragement to strengthen others. It's one of the greatest ways that we can help strengthen ourselves. Again, we all go through problems and troubles. Are you helping to build someone up, or are you tearing them down? Are you increasing their burden, or are you giving them the strength and the courage they need to get out of their hole?